Question: should there be age limitations on constitutional requirements to be president? No. No. Should there be term limits? There already are. But how do we deal with what? You're going to say the Biden problem, right? Yeah, well, he's befuddled. He's okay. The 25th Amendment. And if you can figure that out, good for you. You were upset about him. So you're coming around and you're saying, well, it's called the election. It's called, why did you elect him? Why? That's the issue. And that drives people crazy. Well, no, the problem is it's the electoral process. And there are people who say, I like him. I think he's terrific. But you say, no, wait. He had a cheat sheet. And he doesn't know what he's talking about. And Kamala Harris is talking about the Squid Game. Let me tell you something. And I know you don't want to hear this. And I recognize that fact. And that's why I don't fit in with the usual, Tucker Carlson hagiographic fan club and the usual retinue of the usual suspects. Joe Biden is going to win. If you have the election today, whatever, he's going to win. And now they're saying it's against Trump. I don't understand how people can't step back and say, okay, forget what I like. Let's look at this. Joe Biden's going to win. If you put Trump in there again, if you put Trump in against him, they're going to say, no way. No way, Trump. No way. That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay? That is precisely and exactly what's going to happen. If you put Trump in there. And you know this. And you know it. And you know it. It's not about whether he's good or whether he's MAGA this. It ain't going to happen. He is as polarizing. Not only that, I even told you, I don't even know if he wants it. Honest to God, I cannot, for the life of me, imagine that he would really want to go through this again, or just does he like being Trump versus being president? And that's something we can talk about later on. That's another story. But the issue that everybody's talking about now is, should there be some kind of limitation on his age? He's senile. Okay. Well, then vote him out of office. Well, they're not going to vote him out of office. Well, what are you going to do? I love this workaround. Oliver Wendell Holmes I don't know how old he was. My God, he was brilliant. Robert Frost. Just go down the list. It has something to do with age. It has something to do with age. And you're going to get somebody with him who you like. You're going to see, I like this. Now, obviously, if there's a degree of infirmity, this must have been involved, contemplated by the drafters of the Constitution. They only talked about minimum age, not maximum. They didn't even think about that. That is the electoral process. Don't subvert the system because you're trying to figure a way. Well, I think we should have, and no more constitutional amendments, no more, nothing. You can do either legislation or just vote people out of office. It's the will of the people. That's why I'm against impeachment. Wait until he's out of office. Don't subvert the franchise. I don't want anybody interfering with the vote, the right to vote, the sanctity of the vote, the importance of the vote. I don't want to hear that. Now, right now, and I know. Now, look at me. Especially if you're a Democrat, especially if you're anybody who's even with two working neurons in a synapse, you know that Joe Biden is not able to understand the nuances of the most important role on the planet. He might have some instinctual reflexes from his years of being in the biz. Maybe that's it. Maybe, I hope. But and I know. As a friend of mine asked a question, would you let Joe Biden drive you home from the airport? The answer is no. That's it. We can argue. We can make. And I don't want to make fun of him because let me tell you something. Most people have somebody in their family, a relative, a friend, a father, or somebody who went through these horrible periods in which they saw family members suffer tremendously by virtue of some cognitive impairment or breakdown or whatever. So I don't want to make jokes about that. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny to laugh about this. But you know and I know it's true. But here's the best part. And this is what drives my Republican friends crazy. He's going to win, and Kamala Harris is going to take over. She is going to be the president. African American, progressive, knows the routine. And the more that she laughs and cachinnates, and the more that she mimics a hebephrenia, pseudobulbar affect, this cachinnation, these incongruous, disjointed laugh spasms, the more she does that, the more she does that, the more she becomes emboldened. They love this. Apparently somebody does. This is Manchurian Candidate on steroids. I mean, this is the only way to look at this. Anybody can look at this. Anybody can tell when somebody... Remember sometimes when you were in school and you had an essay, and you would sometimes say, well, could you explain the influence of the practical qualities of the essence of the titular and non matrices of the European? You know, somebody is just shoveling, and you know, that's what we're seeing with Kamala Harris. We can see somebody who does not know what she's talking about, who could have spent a de minimis amount of time with somebody saying, okay, let's just talk about something. You're going to be in Korea. Here's what you're going to say. Here are the topics. Maybe have a crib sheet. Maybe just go through this. Let's talk about it. Here, watch a video or two. I can do it. You can do it. Just a few things to do. Look at that. Oh, okay. Here's the name. Make sure you got the name of the prime minister, president, whatever it is. Make some reference of what's happening. Here are the issues. This is what's going on. Say these things. And that's it. Barack Obama could do it easily. Anybody could do it. Dan Quayle could do it. Anybody could do it. We've never had people before who could not do this. This is the most incredible thing in the world. We thought Dan Quayle was basically foolish because he couldn't spell potato. Dan Quayle is Ed Whitten compared to these people. I mean, I don't even understand where we're at this particular point. I've never seen such level of disconnect, either cognitively, neurologically, emotionally, experientially, consciously, literally, figuratively. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. And I understand, and she's only 58 years old. He's in mid throes of senescence and decrepitude, certainly, and dotage. She's still young. She's acting like this now. This is going to when you're at your peak. You've had all of this experience. She's learned basically nothing. She can't put anything together. She is great at putting together. The earth is a sphere. Yeah, it's a sphere where we live. A sphere that floats, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It sure does. Yes. That floats in the universe along with other spherical type planets, moons, satellites, galaxies. Planets, galaxies, us, home. You think, well, what is this? I've never heard anybody speak like this. Remember when Sarah Palin, I thought Sarah Palin was absolutely, she couldn't even, Katie Couric says, what newspapers do you read? Well, there you go with those trick questions. No, I mean, I thought she was completely bamboozled and befuddled and sidelined by minimalistic mentation. She's Niels Bohr compared to this. I'm serious. And here's what I'm telling you, and you won't listen to me. She's going to be president. And there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. Why? Because instead of figuring how to address this, you're probably busy talking about Tucker Carlson. Be honest. Come on. You love that. Because it's easy to understand, and he's your boyfriend. Okay, fine, I understand. Listen, it's a free country. Far be it from me to interfere. Now, do me a favor. Please like this video. I know it's hard to take sometimes, but sometimes, some very good vitamins and minerals don't taste good either, but they're good for you. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment as you see fit.